The other day when I was at the gym, I saw this fat lady next to me working out. I'm not trying to like be mean or anything, but she was overweight. She was a bit of a fat loser. And there was this personal trainer who helped her for about 2, 3 minutes just doing the exercises. And then she was doing maybe one set. And then for the next sets, she wasn't even working out. She was basically just taking pictures like this, like this. I found it so cringe. Not only she is fat, but she's taking all these pictures, and I bet you she's gonna send it to her like a fat group chat saying, "Oh, look at me, guys! I'm working out. I'm doing better than all of you," or "I'm doing this. I'm working out." Blah blah blah. In reality, she didn't do jack shit. She literally just came to the gym, maybe lifted one little 2 kg dumbbell for 10 seconds, and that was it. I was next to her. I was doing easy bar curls. I had 4 sets, and within those 4 sets, she was already at the gym. I see this problem with so many people, so many young guys especially, is they start something good, alright? Like this woman, for example, but then they just fall off. They start something, so in their brain logically thinking is, you're doing this well, you're doing good, you're doing better than everyone else. Her brain is telling her you're gonna be skinny because you're going to the gym, but in reality she's there for like 4, 5, 10 minutes. She's not gonna see any progress. Call me fat phobic, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. She's literally making no progress because she's there for that little time. The point I'm trying to make here is there are so many young guys, probably you, that just cannot stay consistent. I had the same thing. I had times as well where I couldn't stay consistent. And for example, my ex-classmate, I've talked about him a couple of times. He had this big porn addiction. So we helped him one time. We told him, look, no, we deleted all his porn off his phone. We're like, nah, you're not going to do this. You're going to get off it. You're going to feel much better and everything. For maybe 1 or 2 days, you'd see a smile on his face. He seemed happier. But then he'd fall back into that same degenerate hole of watching porn and masturbating. So the thing I'm trying to tell you is there are so many people who try good things, who do good things, but then they fall off because they're not consistent. It's like a fat guy will go to the gym and just say, oh, it didn't work out for me. I went there and I still was fat. That lady, I doubt she'll stay consistent. She'll go there maybe 2, 3 more times and she's like, I didn't lose weight, so I'm giving up. It's like, what kind of consistency is that? To overcome this, I reckon you have to set your goals. Set a goal you want to achieve. Here it's nofap. So what I've experienced and what I've heard a lot and what I've learned is, do not count your days of nofap. Do not set a goal, oh, I'm going to get to day 90 with no masturbation, no porn, because you will not get there whatsoever. Don't set a goal, I'm not going to jerk off this whole entire year, because that is not true. Between you and me, bro, you will. So set like a realistic goal. Set a goal that you want to achieve, probably like, right now I'm going to minimize porn, or right now I'm going to fully get off porn and see how far I get. Then, when you get to that point, like you relapse, it's going to be way easier to get back into that goal than it was before. Like, let's say you set a goal for 7 days, okay? I'm not going to jerk off for 7 days, and then after those 7 days, you probably wank, and you're like, oh well, I've achieved my 7 days, and then you fall back into that rut of jerking off 5 to 6 times a day. So achieve a realistic goal, something that you can complete. And it's basically like progressive overload. So you will get better and better and better. I've had this a few times, but with me personally, when I got on nofap and I was counting days, it never lasted. When I got on NoFap and I was like, okay, I'm not counting days. I don't care what day it is. I'm just not masturbating, not watching porn ever again because I'm a male, I'm a human being, I'm masculine, I'm disciplined. I'm not a little boy anymore. For me, that worked because my goal is having an amazing wife, having an amazing family, children, everything that I adore. To get there, wanking, masturbation, porn is just going to set me back. It's going to hold me from my potential. So set your goals, do that, and what I recommend is, this is a bit of a side note, but planning your day before. So you probably don't do this. I've had a lot of friends that didn't do this. I started doing this probably like a year ago, and it has helped me so much. Is when you go on Google Calendar, you can literally just plan your day, or you can just get something like this. I've just written down here all my things that I'm doing, and then tick, 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 X, because I didn't do this thing because it was raining, so I couldn't mow the lawns. But plan your day before. So whenever you have an idea of what your next day is going to look like, just get a notepad, get something, write down what you're going to do the next day. So this helps me, it helps you, because you won't get so distracted. Your brain won't wander off to random places to get attention, to get sex, to get porn, to get all this degenerate stuff. So plan your day. You will just write down from when you wake up to when you go to sleep, something like that. You have like this army routine type of thing. So plan your day the day before. Don't plan it in the morning, because when you wake up and you have an unplanned day, it is so easy to start scrolling, start doing absolutely nothing. You'll feel sad, you'll feel depressed, you'll see one hot chick shaking her ass, and then boom, you've already relapsed and it's 8 a.m. So don't do that. Plan your day, and you will see that you have achieved so much more than you have all the other days. If you can, or if you want to, I would recommend it is make a habit tracker. I've got one over here, and it's basically just, you write down things you want to achieve that day. So for me, I have reading, meditation, I have working out the gym, I have 2 cold showers, I have journal and work on my YouTube channel. So basically those are things that I need to get done every single day. So in the morning I journal, meditate, do that kind of stuff, cold shower, so then I already can tick it off. So on mine I've got a couple of X's. Personally, you don't want to see X's, and this is how your brain starts to work and generate, is when you're doing something. Let's say yesterday I had green ticks all throughout. So you start the day with green ticks, and then at the end of the day you see, oh, okay, I didn't do this. The next day you will be way more motivated and disciplined to complete that habit. For example, if you didn't journal and read yesterday, and then today you look at it and you're like, oh shit, I didn't do that yesterday, I'll do that right now. You do it, you tick it, and then you're like, okay, I've got these other things I need to do, and you'll complete those as well, because your brain, and you will feel much better if your whole habit tracker is just green ticks. But don't be that guy who doesn't do it and still gives it a green tick. It's like, oh, it's okay, Don't do that, because it's not going to help you, and you're not going to get anywhere. Like I said earlier, with consistency, is if you can, make your next day planned, or make an army routine. So you can go on Google Docs, you can go on Notes, you can just write out a brief army routine, and then you can chuck it into ChatGPT, and it's just going to organize it well for you. Don't ask ChatGPT to make you a routine. You can, I wouldn't really recommend it, but go off your time, go off your topic, and just make like an army routine. So in the morning, you're going to wake up, you're going to do this, then you're going to eat. What are you going to eat? Then you're going to go to the gym. What are you going to train? Then you're going to come home, you're going to do this. And then you repeat. It builds discipline, it builds consistency. And sometimes what you'll experience, I've experienced this, is when someone asks you to do something or something, like my dad asked me not too long ago, do you want to come to a trip to Europe, fly at the end of the year? And I said, I would love to, but I'm not, because I need to focus on myself. I need to focus on my YouTube channel. I need to focus on the gym. I need to focus on my diet. I need to focus on these things. And that's just going to set me back. So there are going to be days that you're going to have to say no to some things. Let's say your friends probably ask you, oh, do you want to go out at 8 p.m. for drinks or for food or anything? I hope you don't drink, but if you do, you'll probably say yes. But once you get into this routine style thing, you will tend, or what I've done is just not do it. It's because you're in this routine and, oh, I would rather, sit here, meditate. I would rather work on my channel, work on my work, than go outside and hang out with my friends and do degenerate stuff. So for me, like, a routine helps, because then when I fall out of the routine and I go do something else, I miss it. I miss my routine because it's every day is the same pretty much. It's not, but it is, if you know what I mean. So you wake up, I have a cold shower, I journal, I meditate, and then I work on my YouTube channel. Today it was a bit different because I had to go to the gym and then I had to go see someone to talk to them. So my routine was a bit messed up, and I do miss it, but every day is, you want to make every day the same. I understand if you have school or if you have work. So I basically work around it. If you have school every single day, it's fine. You still can do a lot of things in the morning before school. So like if you want to wake up at 5 a.m., it will be better, because then you'll already be at school and you'll feel 20 times better because you've already completed a lot of things while everyone else was sleeping. And then when you get home, you're going to have an earlier night, because what I've realized is there's not actually that much to do in the evening. And that's when you fall into the, not degeneracy, but you're more likely to relapse. You're more likely to do bad habits because you don't know what you're doing. You have all this free time that you have gotten, and you're just lost. You have no idea what you're doing. So you're more likely to relapse, because when you get these sexual urges, as you keep thinking about them, you think, oh, it's going to feel like this when I relapse. And then you're more likely going to do it than when you're in this army routine, consistency, like flow of state, when you're just, I've got this to do, I'm just going to do it. And you don't even really think about fapping or masturbation or porn. So a routine would really, really benefit you. And it has benefited me, and I've learned way more. And I've been more productive, got more things done. And then of course you will have time that you have, like, free time. I just use it to educate myself, or I just read more books, or I just go out in the sun, or you can, I usually plan it. So when I have that free time, it's already planned, like a couple of days before. I'll go hang out with my mates or something. But yeah, another aspect I want to talk to you about, my last thing that I want to say, is relapsing. It's okay to a degree. So let's say right now, you've probably jerked off already. You're watching this because you've jerked off and you want to be more consistent. It's okay if you have. Now, you'll get on NoFap, but what you won't do is you will not count your days. Take it from my experience. When I counted days, I relapsed every single time. I remember when I was doing like No Nut November a couple of years ago, and I was like on day 20, and these urges were so bad that I'd go on like Steam and look at these sex games, and I was like, oh, shall I do it? Oh, and it's like I was telling my brain, oh, it's gonna feel so good shagging your thong, but when I did do it, I felt so regretful and everything that I was like sad, and I was like, oh shit, I failed No Nut November. And you know what I did for the rest of November? Nutted every single day, watched porn every single day. So my advice to you is do not count these days. It's gonna get you absolutely nowhere. People that count the days, they relapse every single time. When I counted my days, I relapsed. I'm literally just I'm not counting days. I'm counting roughly the months because so I can tell you. So I'm roughly on 6 months. I don't really know. I don't really care. I'm just not watching porn. I'm not masturbating. I'm not doing that degenerate stuff. But for you, if you've already masturbated, wanked, watched porn today or yesterday or 2, 3, 4, 5 days ago, it's fine. Okay? You're going to hop on NoFap. You're going to feel much better. You're going to get more discipline. You're going to get more drive. You're going to feel more masculine. Your testosterone is going to get boosted, which means it's going to be so much easier to to make this like tracker, stay more consistent, go to the gym. Of course, you're going to have these days where you're going to feel lustful, which is normal. I feel lustful. Everyone else feels lustful. Luckily, I have gotten to a degree when I feel lustful, I kind of throw it out the way. Like, if okay, this is a side point. If you feel so lustful and you really don't want to jerk off, but you're thinking about it, you're thinking about masturbating, you're thinking about watching porn, you're already maybe thinking about what video you're gonna watch. Call your friend. Call your friend. Have a funny time talking to him, because when you have laughter, when you have excitement, when you feel happy, you don't really think about lust, porn, masturbation. I bet you've experienced this like I have. When you're maybe home alone, or when you just feel lonely, when you feel a bit down, when you feel depressed, maybe it's raining outside and you have nothing to do, you are more likely to give in to these urges than when you're happy, you're talking to someone, you're laughing at the gym, you just made a new friend. You're not going to be talking to that person and you're like, fuck, I really want to just go wank, It doesn't work like that. So that's just a quick action thing you can do, is if you really, really, really think you're going to watch porn or do something, just call your friend and just talk to them. It'll be way easier. Or go talk to your family. Go outside, grab sunlight, because you're more likely not going to relapse. But the thing is, if you do relapse, it's okay. It's fine. Everyone does it. I've done it, not now, but before, and it is fine. Just know that it's not like I've relapsed, I've failed, It's like I'm getting stronger. I like the quote David Goggins says is, he's building calluses on his mind. So basically, it's fine that you've relapsed, and you're gonna get stronger by not falling back into this degeneracy. You're not falling back into masturbation and porn. You'll keep going. You're not gonna immediately jerk off 6 times that day. You're gonna think, oh shit, well, of course you'll feel bad. Of course you will. It's normal. You'll feel guilt. You'll feel sad. You'll feel guilt. You'll be like, oh, well, I've relapsed today. And then you go do something fun. You go hit the gym, and then you won't do it. And then the next day and the next day. And if you don't count the days, you'll be like, okay, someone asks you, like, oh, what day on NoFap are you? You say, I don't count. I just don't do it anymore. I'm a man, So I hope I could have helped you. I really do. I think if you follow these steps, you will see success in NoFap, especially not counting days. Just take it as a fact, as you're becoming a man, you're becoming more masculine, you're becoming more disciplined, and you will see results. You will feel better, and your life will significantly improve.